Tulsi Gabbard is resigning as the president's director of national intelligence, knowing that this has been a controversial figure since before she was even confirmed. Knowing as well that several members of the president's cabinet have been dispatched. And we wanted to spend some time with Jeff Mason, of course, Bloomberg's White House correspondent, who's been all over the recent developments in the changing contours of the administration. Jeff, it's great to see you.
You too.
A lot of folks thought Gabbard wouldn't be confirmed to begin with because of her stand on Syria, because of her opposition to a war with Iran, not to mention some of the conspiracy theories, frankly, that she had been associated with. There's been so much water under the bridge since then. I'm wondering what you make of this now.
She's certainly a controversial figure and has been for a while. It doesn't seem surprising that she's leaving. She's been sort of at the top of our watch list for potential administration officials, cabinet members who would be going. One thing that's been a little bit of a tell on that is that she really has not been part of the public conversation about Iran.
That's true.
Right? You haven't seen her in the meetings. You haven't seen her in press conferences. And
the DNI would typically be part of this.
She's the director of national intelligence. Absolutely. I mean, and the agencies that report up to her are giving intelligence to the Pentagon and to the White House about Iran and the war. So that's been interesting. According to Fox, she cited her husband's cancer diagnosis as the reason that she's leaving. Also notable that she's a woman, and most of the big departures from President Trump's cabinet in the last month or so have all been women.
This is a job that maybe not everyone is familiar with. She was well known before she got this job, but DNI isn't like Defense Secretary or Secretary of State for a lot of folks to understand what that means. But everyone remembers the picture of her in Fulton County. Yeah. People remember her testifying about her views on Iran. Yeah. Were these the breaking points?
It's hard to say. It's possible. I mean, it's certainly, especially perhaps the disagreement over Iran is not in lockstep with the messaging that President Trump has certainly been delivering about the war. But going back to sort of her controversial past, it's worth noting she at one point ran for president, or ran as a Democrat. Yeah. Really was not a fan of Hillary Clinton, and Hillary Clinton not a fan of hers either. So they had some tension there. And then she became a Trump supporter and joined his cabinet. But, you know, not entirely in line with him on some of these major issues.
Sure. President is on his way now to New York. He just left the White House. Is this something we expect he might speak about, or is this all handled on Truth Social, or maybe not even acknowledged?
Well, I would imagine he'll have to acknowledge it at some point. Certainly if she's delivered the resignation letter to him, then he's probably going to want to be the one to confirm the news. So far, the White House hasn't confirmed it, at least before I got on the air.
Yeah, sure. No, we haven't seen that. And just quickly as well, is there an heir apparent? Do you know where he would turn next?
Well, I don't know where he would turn next. And it's interesting because one of her deputies resigned several weeks ago and put out a pretty noteworthy note of opposition to the Iran war. So it's not going to be him, but we'll see.